Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey, everyone. Hey there, Bliss Chris. Hey, JJ. Hey, Stevie Lee. Something to watch besides trash people. Yeah, been trying
Right.
to stay away from that. So, hey, Stevie Lee, Esmeralda. Good to see you. Hey, Snark. Intergalactic. It's good to see you, Intergalactic. Hey, Shauna. I'm pulling that one because I don't ever remember. Um, hope you guys are good. Hope you guys had a good weekend.
Yeah. Guess there's still a few hours left for those of us on the West Coast.
It is still early on the West Coast. Well, semi-early. 5
Yeah.
o'clock's still early.
Yeah. It's early.
So, I don't know if you guys saw, although it's been announced already, prior to the gender reveal party, that Gypsy finally had her announcement officially by her that she's having a girl.
Did you see
And
that Ryan blew it though? He said it before even her reveal.
um well, yeah, he did a TikTok live, I believe.
Yeah. And he said, somebody said, oh, yeah, did you hear that she's having a girl? And he said, yeah, she is having a girl. I've known about that. And he said it before she did her reveal. Like that live
Yeah.
was before she did her reveal live.
Did she do a reveal live?
I mean,
I
not a
must have
live, a
missed.
real video. I'm sorry, the
Oh,
reveal
yeah.
video,
Her
not a live.
reveal video was very strange.
It
It was
was
very awkward.
odd. It was very awkward.
I'm
It
sure
was
most of you
super
guys have
awkward.
seen it. Yes? No worry, Autistic Shill. If you need to mod somewhere else, I totally understand that. But it's good to see you. But I don't know.
It was
I
awkward.
feel
It was
like
weird.
she is losing weight. Am I the only one that thinks that?
Losing
I've not
weight?
seen it. Oh, let me send it to my computer real quick and I'll show you. Yeah, compared to when she got out, she seems like she's losing weight to me. Let me
Interesting.
send it to
Well, I
myself.
think part of it is that she's like, I think the weight is sort of shifting, like proportionally. She's getting bigger in the belly, obviously, but I also think she's, in my opinion, I mean, and I'm certainly not a pregnancy bump expert, but she looks further along than 16, 17 weeks to me.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay, let me
I
show
mean, she's
this.
not even 5 months pregnant yet, and she's
I
already got
don't
a pretty large bump.
like, hold on, I'll show you. I'll play. There's the first one that was before she did her actual reveal, and it was from Family.
Yeah, see, Snark people think that too. Other people. I'm not the only one.
When she did her own video with Ken,
Mhm.
it seemed like she didn't even look pregnant to me. Oh, hold on, let me remove my banner real quick.
No, because she definitely does. Because when she, like, in the pictures, the gender reveal pictures that she showed, she's definitely, like, cupping her belly, and it's a pretty decent size
Oh,
belly.
shoot, Autistic Shill, I need to do that. I apologize. Oops, I'm always clicking on the wrong string. If you guys can't hear it, let me know.
Okay.
So I'm your godmother, and I think that you are a boy.
Hi, sweetie. Can't wait till you come here.
Oops, did I do that?
Boy or
What's
girl, we'll
interesting
love
is
you
they
the
all seem so
same.
Oh,
unenthused. Sorry.
huh?
They all seem so, like, unenthused by this.
All until you get to Ryan's sister, but
Right,
let's
right,
see.
right. Well, that's
Thanks.
creepy as fuck. Yeah.
In my heart, I'm Gigi. I'm going to be your great grandmother. Christy's going to be your grandmother. I'm your great grandmother. And I think you're a girl.
Hi, I'm Mary. I'm going to be your brand new aunt, and I'm so excited for your birth. I think you're going to be a sweet girl. Yay.
Hi, I'm your Lolly, and I know what you are. See you soon.
Hey, grandchild, I'm Pop. I know what you are.
Okay, there's that one. A couple things that I was on this. Tell me that that does not look like Gypsy.
I know. Well, did you see the link that I sent you, the clip that I sent you, where they showed at the end when Gypsy was doing like a Anastasia cosplay, like from 50 Shades of Grey, and she had on this,
Oh, I should pull that up.
and it looked, I mean, that looked exactly like the sister. It was creepy as hell.
Yeah. Hey, Kendra. Yeah, it looks just like the sister. She looks just
Yeah,
like the sister.
yeah. Even with like
Um,
the whole giddy, giggly, just, yeah, weird.
And then another thing that I brought up over on, I actually tweeted about it yesterday because I was unsure about her parole and probation because her dad has a Dos Equis here. And I was like, is she allowed to be around
I
alcohol?
think she's allowed to be around it. I don't think she's like allowed to be at a bar or anything, but I don't think that precludes people from like in her house from having it.
Okay.
She just can't. Hey,
Yeah.
MW.
Hey, MW. Okay, so let me end this one. And then I'll go to the next one. And this is the official video she did
Mhm.
after.
I'm your mom,
I'm your dad.
and you are a
girl.
girl.
I'll play it again. Oops.
I'm your mom,
I'm your dad.
and you are a
girl.
girl.
Like you don't think she looks like super skinny?
Mm. It's hard to tell because it's like a flowy dress that she's wearing.
Hmm.
It's hard. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell. Like she doesn't. I mean, there's a few pictures of her wearing, that same dress, and I think it's from the gender reveal, and she's like I said, kind of cupping her belly, and she doesn't look super skinny to me.
Yeah.
Right, Bliss Chris? And I heard in Ryan's live yesterday, he said that he's getting a paternity test.
That's so true. This video is going to be real awkward and weird if he's
Mhm.
not the father. Yeah.
Although he said he doesn't think he's the father, but he's getting a paternity test anyway.
I think by law, he has to.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, because she's technically still married to him.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
That would make sense then. Yeah, it would be a trip if it came out and Ryan was the father, not him.
Mm-hmm.
And I suspect that with, the potential that she maybe is lying about how far along she is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. And the whole fruit thing is just really weird to me.
Yeah, that was weird. That was really weird.
Yeah. We'll find out. Well, I think it's their state. It's by law. Yeah. I think so too.
Yeah,
And I
that would
mean,
make sense.
and nothing's been, I don't know, there's been I try not to go too much on speculation and stuff because it all gets so muddied,
Yeah.
But it's just like, I think it was like on her pregnancy pictures, she was like 10 weeks or what the hell did I read? Let me look at it. Hold on. I've got notes. I've been trying to keep notes as I come across them. Where is it? Da, da. Uh, oh, I don't want to keep you guys waiting. I'll find it later. There was something about 10 weeks and
Like when she announced her pregnancy, you mean?
yeah, when the pictures were taken and whatever else, but I'll look for it when we're watching this testimony.
I wonder how long she was supposed to have been when she did that video with the Doppler.
Well, someone was saying like a lot of her Doppler videos, the heartbeat goes from like 100 to 150, and I think that she's just not very good at it, and she's getting her own
Picking
heart
up
rate
the-
in it. Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
goodness. MW. I mean, it's good that you're finally getting to go back.
Yeah,
I mean, what an ordeal.
it's a long time. Don't be nervous. You'll do great.
Yeah, you will.
I appreciate you not speculating because that's a dangerous word. Yeah, and I'm trying not to. And I mean, sometimes it's hard because you're like, oh, well, I heard this, but I
Right.
really want to find stuff to back it up if I do hear something.
Right.
So,
I mean, the majority of what's out there about her right
mhm,
now is speculation. I mean, unless you hear it from her, her family, or Ryan,
mhm.
it is a lot of speculation.
Well, considering that we're basically starting from the beginning of this
Right.
case and
Right.
working our way forward, it should be easy to weed out what's speculation and what's not, unless we're just talking about current events like we are right now, with
Right.
the gender reveal, things like that. But the actual stuff that we're looking at, that should be pretty cut and dry,
Right.
like there should
Right.
be
Right. Right.
no speculation in it.
Right.
So,
Right.
but
No, I mean, there's just like a lot of speculation as far as like current events and like who is she talking to, who is she not talking to, what's the deal with her
mhm.
role, like all of this stuff is like, at least for me, it's like I've heard a bunch of different things and I've not really heard anything confirmed by Gypsy or her family,
Mhm.
or Ryan. I mean, I've heard Ryan say a few things, but
Right.
nothing
Yeah.
concrete.
And I mean, if one of them goes live on TikTok during the stream, we can always click over and watch it.
Yeah.
So, I do have that logged into my computer now, so um, we can certainly click over if they go live.
Okay. Yeah.
So let me pull up the trial testimony. Now, have you guys already seen her trial testimony?
I certainly have not.
I haven't either. So it'll be new to me. Now, we know she took a plea deal. And from my understanding is that the defense um, brought her up to testify and not the prosecution. And I guess the prosecution did not intend to call her. And that is why the defense brought her up.
I
So,
would think she wouldn't be a very good defense witness given her account of what happened. I mean, isn't she's basically been pinning it on him, like all of it.
yeah. And without knowing how this is going to go, I have no idea why they would call her.
Right. It seemed like it was bad. That would be a bad idea.
Unless they are trying to um, bring her up because they know that she's the mastermind behind it,
Like a
which
plausible deniability.
mhm, yeah. And I'm going to be contacting the court this coming week about getting the file if it's available and it's not sealed, so we can get a closer look at these documents. So I don't know yet what that's going to cost, so we'll see. Because I imagine it's probably a huge fucking file.
Yeah, it's probably ginormous.
So, but I think it could tell
Especially
us a lot.
his, because he did actually go to trial, so that's probably a really huge file.
His is probably huge. His may be sealed because of the appeal,
Right.
but hers I wouldn't think it would be sealed. So I guess we'll see. If that's something that interests you guys, let me know. And we'll see what we can do. At least I'm available to pick that stuff up.
Right.
Yeah, the Google Drive is the Greene County Sheriff's Office. It didn't contain the actual, from the one I saw, it didn't contain the actual court documents. It was just the investigation report. And we do
Right.
have some more of that to go through as well. And we have the text messages to go through. But as the probable cause and the additional documents filed for the case, I have not seen. So if anybody knows where those are at, I'm not opposed to looking for those or going to the person and, seeing if they'd be willing to let me see them. Oh, I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah, that Google Drive was just all the police investigation reports and stuff.
Let me pull up my banner here real quick.
And how long
This
do you
was
know after she was arrested
Huh?
was this? Do you know how long after she was arrested this was?
When his trial was.
Yeah, or like when she testified. Yeah.
I actually have his court case up right now. His trial was, let me look here. Motion hearing, jury trial concluded. Trial resumes. So the guilty verdict was let's see. 11/16/2018, it says, let's see, alternate jurors
So we're talking like 2.5
excused, bailiff
years later.
sworn, jury provided instructions. Let's see, verdict retires to deliberate at 2:12 p.m. Defendant waives right to jury sentencing on count 2 if jury returns guilty verdict. On count 1 for first-degree murder, jury announces they have reached a verdict as to all counts at 4:24. Oh, so not that long. 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's
As
a quick
follows.
deliberation.
Yeah, count 1 of first-degree murder, life without parole or probation. Count 2, guilty of armed criminal action. Jury polled as detailed on
Armed?
record. Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
how, I mean, was he technically considered armed? Oh, I guess he did bring
Yeah, he had a knife.
bring it. Yeah, he brought it with him. I was thinking like maybe he got it from her house, but no, he brought it with him. Okay.
Verdicts accepted and filed. Jury dismissed. Defendants given until December 11, 2008 to file a motion for new trial. And
So this
let's see.
was November of 2018 then.
Yes.
Oh no, her testimony would have been before that. I mean, that was when the verdict was.
Well, let's see. November 15, 2018, there's an order filed. Court orders Gypsy Blanchard to be dressed in street clothes for testimony on 11/15/2018.
Okay, 11/15 then. So to, what are we talking, 2.5 years later? No, 3.5 years later. Because wasn't this June of 2015 when this happened?
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, we're talking almost 3.5 years later then. Oh, I mean, 3 years and a few months.
Mm-hmm. When did she get, hold on, let me see when she put her plea in. Her plea, because I have both cases pulled up. Let me, 1 second. Okay, hold on. Guilty plea. Six 2016. No, I'm sorry. 7/5/2016. State appears, blah, blah, defendant appears with attorney, blah, blah, blah.
So it took a year just for her to take a plea deal.
Mm-hmm. State to e-file amended felony information. Defendant waives formal reading and enters a plea of guilty per plea agreement and plea of guilty entered. Sentence and judgment, probation denied, filed herein, orders as to assistance of counsel entered, defendant remanded to custody of GCJ for transfer to Department of Corrections. Notice of entry to GCJ, PD granted leave to withdraw. So yeah, July 5th, 2016.
Sheesh. So she had already served a year of her sentence at that point.
10 years, Department of Corrections, $68 crime victims fees and costs. Let's see. And then on 12/15/2016, a payment of $68 was made. So someone paid that for her.
Probably her dad.
But yeah, so
$68 seems like it really, I
for
mean,
a victim's fee.
yeah, that's a victim's fee, 68 whole whopping dollars. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
sheesh.
Yeah. A lot of, damn, there's been a lot of record requests on her case.
Oh, I'm
Even
sure.
as recent as 7/31/2024.
So just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
So, but I'll see what I can do about getting records on at least hers. His is, I'm going to guess his is likely sealed due to his appeal. But I'll see what I can do. I don't know. Or at least some stuff is probably sealed on his.
Yeah. That would make sense.
I don't know. We'll see how. I think he needs competent counsel, but I mean, if he's lost so many appeals, he probably doesn't have any money for it.
Right.
Okay, oh, banner. That's what I was going to do. My whole thing was about the pool camera.
Right.
So I just wanted to put a banner up. I made this banner so that way it's noted it's a pool camera. Petty, maybe. Hello, Glennis Randy. Welcome. Okay, here we go. If it's too loud or anything, let me know. Wow! Shit, is that really loud?
It was a little loud. I don't think it was
Jesus.
super loud, but
Hold on. Why can I?
There's water there for you, I think, isn't there? There's a fresh bottle of
Where's
water.
this damn thing?
Okay. All right. Get settled in.
I want to let me put this.
Are we ready for the jury?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Okay, bring the jury in. You just stand when the jury comes.
All rise.
Just, do you see it on Pacer? Autistic Shill? That's very kind of you to offer that. Whoa, he looks so different there.
Wait, that's him?
Yeah. I
Gosh,
wouldn't
that
have
doesn't even look like him.
No. I wouldn't have even guessed that was the same person.
No, I thought that was like just some attorney or legal assistant or something. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
I did not even realize that was him. Wow.
Yeah, he looks like a completely different.
Yeah, that is-
Please be seated. Mr. Perry,
I'm
do you
gonna-
have a witness you wish to call?
Gypsy Blanchard, Judge.
Miss Blanchard, would you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you are about to give in the cause now pending before the court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you.
He sounds like Mr. Harrison from Southport.
Please tell us your name.
Gypsy R. Blanchard.
What do you go by?
Gypsy.
Okay.
I'm just
Gypsy,
trying to
could
figure
you
out the
speak up
audio
just a
real
bit?
quick.
I'm having a little trouble hearing you.
Is that better?
That chair won't move. You can hold the microphone if you want to take it out. Just lift, it lifts straight out. There you go.
Is that better?
That's much better. How old are you?
27.
Where were you born?
Graceland, Louisiana.
Where were you living in the summer of 2015, in June of 2015?
Springfield, Missouri.
Do you remember the address?
I don't remember now. I'm sorry.
How long had you lived at that address in Springfield?
About 7 years.
And prior to that, where did you live?
Slidell, Louisiana.
And when did you move to Missouri?
In 2005.
And who did you move to Missouri with?
My mother,
And what was her name?
Claudina Blanchard.
Did she go by any other names?
Dee Dee.
So if I say Dee Dee, you'll know who I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Do you know a Nicholas Godejohn?
Yes, sir.
And when did you meet Nicholas Godejohn?
In October of 2012.
How did you meet him?
On an online Christian dating website.
October of 2012. Didn't she say in her investigation it wasn't that long ago? I'd have to go back and
Yeah, I would have to go back and listen. I don't remember how long, when she had said
I
she
don't
met
know.
him. So if it was
Oh my
October 2012, I mean, that was 2 years. Almost 3.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, it might have been a while because he had been to Springfield to visit her before.
that's true because the Cinderella outfit.
Right. The whole movie
Okay.
theater thing.
I'm gonna take notes on this one. Okay.
Do you remember the name of that site?
ChristianDatingForFree.com.
How old were you when you met Nick?
About 21.
In June of 2015, what did you consider your relationship to Nick to be? What kind of relationship?
We were boyfriend, girlfriend.
And when did you become boyfriend and girlfriend?
In October of 2012.
When did you first meet Nick in person?
March of 2015.
So between October of 2012 and March of 2015, you hadn't actually met Nick in person?
That is correct.
What type of relationship did you have during that period of time?
Online relationship.
And by online, what do you mean?
Strictly communicating through Facebook. And
Any
then,
other ways other than Facebook?
instant text messaging, emails.
All by way of computer and cell phones?
Yes, sir.
Did you send videos to each other?
Yes, sir.
Prior to March of 15, when you indicated you met Mr. Godejohn for the first time in person, had your mother met him?
No, sir.
Did she know he existed?
No, sir.
Why is it she didn't know?
Because it was a secret relationship and my mother would never allow me to have a boyfriend.
Why not?
Because she controlled every aspect of my life.
Did you and Nick ever talk about the fact that you were not allowed to date?
Yes.
How many times do you think?
I don't remember.
Did you and your mother ever have any discussions about whether you were ever going to be able to date?
Yes, sir.
Did you and Nick talk about that?
We may have.
What did your mother say about your ability to date going forward?
She said that it would never happen, that she would never allow.
Oh, I didn't speed this up. Should I speed this up?
Yeah, you can speed it up a little bit.
it.
What about marriage? Did you and Nick ever talk about marriage?
Yes.
Did you and your mother ever discuss whether or not you'd be able to get married someday?
Yes.
What did she tell you?
She said that she wouldn't allow it.
In June of 2015, were you in a wheelchair?
Sorry, one more thing. I feel like she's speaking quiet now. Is she quiet?
Yeah, she's a little quiet.
Okay. I'll
Like
turn
she's
it
a
up.
lot quieter than him.
I'll turn it up all the way.
Yes.
Did Nick know you were in a wheelchair?
Yes.
Why were you in a wheelchair in June of 2015?
Because my mother forced me to be in one.
Do you know why you were forced to be in a wheelchair?
No, sir. She just forced me to be in one.
And how long had you been in a wheelchair as of June of 2015?
Since probably I was about 8 years old.
Hey, Adam. 8 years old.
Was there a time between when you first were put in a wheelchair and June of 2015 that you figured out that you really didn't need to be in a wheelchair?
Yes.
When was that?
I always knew that I didn't need the wheelchair
And how did you know that?
because I could walk.
Did you and your mother obtain any kind of advantage by you being in a wheelchair?
Yes, sir.
What kind of advantage did you obtain?
Financial, attention, charity.
Financially mean money.
Yes, sir.
Did you obtain money as a result of you being in a wheelchair?
Yes, sir.
How'd that work out? How'd that happen?
Judge, I'm going to object to the relevance of that. There's been no connection that the defendant knew any of this.
Well, I'm assuming, Ms. Perry, you're going to tie this up.
I will right now. Did you and Nick ever talk about the fact that you didn't need to be in a wheelchair?
Yes.
Did you ever talk to him about why you were required to be in a wheelchair?
Yes.
I'll overrule the objection.
Could you tell the jury why it is that you obtained money as a result of being in a wheelchair?
Because people felt sorry for me.
And they would do what?
And Judge, I'm just going to object to general relevance at this point.
I'll allow it for the time being.
God, that's
You
so
may answer, ma'am.
scammy.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
I asked you why.
Like, think about this. Like, really think about this. They scammed money from so many disabled kids and families that could have used it.
Yep. They did.
And like, it wasn't just her immediate family that was affected by their dirty, scheming ways, you
Right.
know?
Right. No,
Like the
it really
house
wasn't.
that they got like
Yeah.
for free,
Yep.
that could have gone to someone that truly needed it.
Needed it. Yeah.
You know, these make-a-wish vacations. I mean, who's to say that there wasn't a little kid out there that was
Right.
their last wish, you
Right.
know? And they
Well,
didn't
I
get
don't
it
understand how
because
somebody can have that many Make-A-Wish trips. Like she had like 3 or something, didn't she?
I don't know how many she had. I have
Like
no
it
idea.
was more
I
than
haven't
one.
crossed any of that.
And it's like how does that even happen? Like, why, kids aren't supposed to, it's supposed to be a last wish, not, I don't
It's
know.
just,
It's just weird.
it's sad.
It's sad.
And I don't know if she's ever expressed remorse or anything for taking that away from
Resources
other
away.
families.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just,
She didn't
it's
seem very
disgusting.
remorseful in her interrogation interview. That's for sure. It's like she was over there kind of bragging about
Yeah,
all of
she
her
was
tricks.
just
And
right. I don't know.
yeah, I don't.
It makes me sad.
Yeah, it
Why
is.
you attained an advantage for being in a wheelchair? You said people gave you money, and I think my next question is why did they give you money?
Because they felt sorry for me. They believed the lie. They believed the fraud.
When did you tell Nick about
They
the wheelchair?
believed the
That
fraud.
you being in a wheelchair?
They believed
I
the
think
lie.
maybe a month or so after we met,
When did you tell Nick that you didn't need to be in a wheelchair?
a year into our relationship.
So if your relationship began in October of 2012, it would have been sometime in 2013 that you first told him that you really didn't need to be in a wheelchair.
That is correct.
Were you ill during this period of time?
No, sir.
Did you ever tell Nick that you were ill, or that you had illnesses?
I told him that I had illnesses. Yes, sir.
Did you ever tell him that you really weren't ill?
Yes, sir.
When did you tell him you really weren't ill?
The same time that I told him that I didn't need to be in the wheelchair.
What illnesses did you believe you had?
Cancer, muscular dystrophy. I needed glasses. I needed hearing aids. Seizure disorder. And I can't remember what else.
And when did you figure out that you weren't actually sick?
I started to piece things together when I was about 19 years old. Then I didn't understand the full extent of how healthy I was until after I got arrested.
So even at the time, even as of June of 2015, you still believed you had some of the illnesses?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever run away?
Yes, sir.
When did you, and by run away I mean from your mother,
Yes, sir.
when did you run away?
In the spring of 2011.
Did you tell Nick about that?
Yes, sir.
When did you tell Nick about that?
I don't remember the exact time.
Was it before your mother's murder?
Yes.
Did you ever consider running away after that? After you ran away in 2011?
Yes, but I knew that it would end badly.
What happened when you ran? Tell us about running away in 2011.
It was in the middle of the night, and I packed a small bag of stuff, and my mother was asleep, so I left the house, and I met up with one of my friends.
And where did you go?
To first at Mercy Hospital in Springfield, and then to his house.
And at some point, did your mom figure out where you were?
Yes, sir.
And when was that?
4 hours later,
What happened when your mother figured out where you were?
she took me back home. She smashed my computer and my cell phone. She chained me to a bed for 2 weeks.
Chained her to a bed for
Did
2
you ever tell Nick
weeks?
about all that?
Yes.
The only time you ran away?
But I thought she was homeless.
Huh?
Was that what? Wasn't this when
This was in 2011.
Oh. Chained her to a bed for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Autistic shill. My daughter got an iPad and an adult trike. We never did any GoFundMe's or the like. Then medical care is free here. Not sure about wheelchairs though. I had to pay for my own walker. And just think like she's getting trips and houses and everything else. And
Yeah.
another
And probably
weird
cash donations and probably, other funding, medical
yeah.
bills and
I
all of
wonder if
that
there's
stuff.
a general list of all the things that they were given. Be curious to see what that is. But
Did you receive any other physical abuse as a result of running away other than what you've already told the jury?
Yes.
What other abuse?
Hitting, punching, starvation.
Did you tell Nick everything that had happened between you and your mother during the course of your relationship with him?
Most, but not all.
All the stuff we've talked about is stuff you actually did tell him,
Yes.
and stuff he knew as of June of 2015.
Hey, Barbie.
Yes.
And when did you tell him these things? All at once or over a period of time?
Over a period of time.
Beginning at what point in the relationship?
He knew since day one that my mother never allowed me to date. But I don't remember exactly when I told him every single little detail that was going on in my home life.
But you did tell him everything you did tell him by the time of June 2015.
Yes, sir.
I assume since you believed you to be sick, you met regularly with doctors.
Yes, sir.
Did you also meet with social workers? Do you remember that?
No, sir, I don't remember.
Why didn't you tell your doctors that you didn't really think you needed to be in a wheelchair?
Judge, I'll object to the relevance of that. That's outside the scope of the knowledge that the defendant would have.
Mr. Perry?
Judge, I think it is relevant. It goes to, it really goes to why this whole thing happened. The fact that, and I'd be glad to explain it, but I really don't know we should explain it on the record.
Yeah. Can we go back into the...
I'm going to allow it for the time being. Let's not get too far afield here, Mr. Perry. Do you need a question repeated, Ms.?
Yes, please.
If you'd repeat it, Mr.
I would be
Perry.
glad to. Why did you not tell doctors that you knew you could walk or you didn't believe yourself to be killed during the time that you were doing this?
I didn't think that anyone would believe me. I thought they would eventually tell my mom, and that would make my home life even worse for me. I feared her more than I feared anyone else.
Where's your father during this time?
Louisiana.
Did you ever talk to your father while you were in Missouri?
It's a complicated answer.
Did you ever speak to him on the phone?
I did, but my mother was always present.
Did you ever tell him what was going on?
No, sir.
Now, earlier you told us you met Nick for the first time in person in March of 2015. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Does that sound like she had a close relationship with her dad or no? Because it doesn't sound like it to me.
No, it doesn't sound like it at all.
I was just thinking about that because he was just so openly walked into her room that other day.
Right. Well, they couldn't have had that close of a relationship because he has said in interviews that after Katrina and after they left Louisiana, they couldn't find her. Like, they were having to call everywhere and ask everybody where she was. Like, they didn't know where she was.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're losing track of your daughter, you can't be that close to them.
Mhm.
This was in Nick's trial. Barbie.
Hold on one second. I got a cough.
Okay.
Meet him in person.
A Springfield movie theater.
What movie?
Cinderella.
How is it you were able to meet with Nick in March of 2015?
I paid for
Okay, sorry. This was in what date did I say that was? This was
November 2018.
November of 2018. Yeah. So you were saying an interview. I haven't seen any, I haven't watched any interviews or anything. So
It was that I think it was in the one live. I don't know if it was an interview actually. I think it was the live, that TikTok live that her dad did whenever that was a few days ago, where he was, I think that's where it was. I could be wrong, where he was saying like Christy was the one who had like was trying so hard to track her down. And just basically trying to explain like how much of a mother basically she is to Gypsy, or some weird. It was weird, but I was just like, how do you not know where your daughter is? Like, why are you having to track down your own child?
yeah, I don't know. There's just something, I don't know. I can't quite figure out what I think about Rod and Christy yet.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. It's hard
there's
to tell.
just,
I'm trying to
there's,
reserve judgment. I hear a lot of not
I,
so great things about them, but I'm trying
yeah,
to,
same.
trying to reserve a little bit of judgment because there's so much about this whole
Mm-hmm.
situation that's so convoluted that it's like,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. The stuff I've heard is not good, but well, I'm just trying to go off of the record right now, and
right.
I'm trying my best to go in order. So, basically establish a timeline in a
Mhm.
sense. So, hey Michelle, good to see you. I hope you had a good weekend.
For his transportation, his lodging to get there.
Why'd you pay for it?
I didn't think he'd have enough money.
And you say you met him at the Cinderella movie. And was your mother present?
Yes.
Did you and Nick talk that night?
Yes.
How did that work out?
It didn't go well at all. My mother hated him from the moment they met.
Did you guys watch the movie together?
Yes.
Did your relationship change in any way that day?
Yes.
How?
We got to see each other in person for the first time.
Did it become physical that night?
Yes.
And you know what I mean by physical, don't you?
Yes.
What do I mean?
We had sexual relations.
And where?
In the bathroom stall, in the men's bathroom.
What was the point of you and Nick meeting up during the Cinderella movie? Were you guys trying to do something?
Yes.
What?
I was trying to introduce him to my mom so my mother would allow me to date.
You said that didn't go well.
No, sir.
Now, where did Nick live?
In Wisconsin with his mother.
Well, it's
Did
not pleasant.
you and Nick ever talk about
Oh.
any disabilities he may have?
Yes.
What disabilities did you understand him to have?
Asperger's syndrome.
Did you know what that was?
No, sir.
Now, you indicated that you paid for this trip to Missouri by Nick in 2015. What all did you pay for?
I paid for the Greyhound bus ticket. I paid for the hotel and for eating money.
And how did you pay for this? How did you get the money to Nick?
I stole the money from my mother and I sent it to him via the mail.
And Gypsy, if you wouldn't mind speaking up just a bit.
Yes,
Get a little soft.
sorry.
I think you said you put it in the mail?
Yes, sir.
In what form was the money?
Cash.
Do you know how much you sent him that time?
I don't know the exact amount. Probably about $800.
Jesus. For a fucking
And how did
Greyhound
you
in a
get the
hotel?
money? How
I was
did
going
you
to say,
steal the
he
money?
said it was 400
She
in
kept
his
it in a money
police
pouch.
interview.
Like, good Lord.
Yeah. That's
And
crazy.
through the mail.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Snark, I saw your comment about the closet. If we have some time, which this is only an hour and 12 minutes, we can go through those photos. I have all the photos. We can go through them. I want to go through the crime scene photos aside from Dee Dee's photos.
Right.
And we have the text messages between her and Nick as well. And I'm
Nobody would trust the mail like that, Snurk. Could you imagine? I
hell
wouldn't
no.
trust sending somebody $20 in the mail.
No. Mm-mm. Um, there's also the text messages, and I want to find a text message. I believe there's something she references having a daughter in them, so that way Nick could take like the daughter's virginity or something to the extent which the reason I want to find that text message is because she's having a daughter now.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so but yeah, we can pull those up when we're done with this.
Gotcha. Okay.
What were your feelings for Nick in the spring of 2015?
I loved him.
Was there a point in this relationship that you considered yourself, that is you and Nick, to be more than just boyfriend and girlfriend?
Yes,
When was that?
we had plans to marry.
Any other plans for your future at that point?
We planned to have kids. Yes.
Did you do anything to prepare for having children with Nick?
Yes.
What did you do?
I stole baby clothes and things for a child.
And how would you steal baby clothes?
I was in the wheelchair, so I would steal them from Walmart.
And where would your mother be when you did this?
Already
She
stealing
would have
baby
been
clothes.
in a
What the
different
hell?
aisle or a different section of the store.
And was she aware of any of this?
No, sir.
At some point, you decided to kill your mother, is that correct?
Yes.
When was that?
Thoughts of it started a year prior to the murder actually happening.
Whose idea was it to kill your mother?
Mine.
Jesus, this was so premeditated. Oh my God.
Yeah, Michelle, she's had her gender reveal the other day, and she's having a baby girl with the guy that she was, not the guy that she got married to in prison, but the guy that she was engaged to before that in prison. She like got out of prison with the guy she was married to. She was with him for like what, a month or two, dumped him and went back to the original guy, and is allegedly pregnant by him. I mean, she is pregnant, not allegedly, but and then she had a gender reveal yesterday or whatever, and it's a girl.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
insane. It's insane, Michelle. Like this girl has no business having a baby.
And her divorce is not finalized yet.
She's still married to the Ryan guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Michelle, when you after the stream's over, if you go back to the beginning, I shared a couple clips, videos that Gypsy posted from her gender reveal party too. So
Oh yeah, she
you'll
did
be
a
able to
couple of
see
videos.
those.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
see those. They're awkward and weird, and
Mm-hmm.
that one is really creepy. It's just
Yeah.
weird.
They're all strange.
Yeah.
Why did you want to kill your mother?
Because I wanted to be free of her hold on me.
Did you and Nick ever talk about this?
Yes,
Who initially brought up killing your mother?
I did.
Why not just tell somebody rather than kill your mother? Why was that not an option?
I truly didn't believe that nobody would believe me if I told anyone. My mother had legal documents in place saying that I was incompetent, and I thought that meant that if I went to anyone, the police, or told anyone, she would just have them convinced that I was making everything up.
At some point after you initially considered killing your mother, did you ever change your mind?
Yes,
Do you know when that was?
about 2 weeks before it happened.
Why did you change your mind and decide not to kill her?
I started having doubts, second thoughts.
Did you ever then change your mind back to the initial decision to kill her?
Yes,
Why did you change your mind back to killing her?
my mother and I got into an argument 2 days prior to the murder occurring, and Nick asked me, "Are we still doing this? Am I still, coming there to do this? Yes or no?" And I said yes.
Who talked you into killing your mother?
I did. I talked him into it.
During the time you and Nick were together, did you ever engage in fantasies or role playing or anything like that?
Yes,
Did you have names?
yes.
Tell us about the names you utilized.
Ruby, Candy, Kitty, Bella, Demona.
Demona.
Why did you have different?
What names did you
Demona,
say?
Candy,
Demona.
Ruby Candy.
Bella, Demona.
Why did you have different alter egos?
I made them up because he told me that he had various alter egos. And so I created mine to fit the ones with his.
And who came up with your names?
I did.
And do they each represent a different type of person?
Yes.
Was this real?
It was fantasy.
Who is Demona?
She's a character that I came up with.
And what was the character?
She's half werewolf and half human.
Who is Kitty?
She's like a child.
Oh my God, what's creepy is that didn't her and Ken get tattoos and one of them's like a
Mhm.
wolf or
A
something?
wolf. Yeah.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
Was that
They got
was
the
that her
matching wolf tattoos. Yeah.
is that her Demona tattoo?
Right. Right.
Oh God. Well, and then if it I believe that she's naming her daughter Aurora,
She's going to name her daughter after a princess. Really?
but also the other creepy thing about it is that when they flew from Louisiana, it was like a med flight from Louisiana to Missouri.
Hmm.
They were temporarily staying in another city before they arrived in Springfield, and that was Aurora, Missouri,
Oh, that's weird.
right?
She's holding the microphone because I guess the chair she's sitting in does not move and she was too far from the microphone. So they told her to pick it up and talk into it. So instead of having like being able to scoop the chair up, she had to take the microphone.
Hmm.
The name Aurora is pretty, but just not from her because she has this obsession with Disney princesses. And then on top of that, hearing that she stayed in the city called Aurora, it's just,
Yeah,
it's weird.
with her mom.
Right.
I don't know. It sounds like it's, I don't, it's like there's some sort of attachment to the past, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like an Arrested Development type of a.
Yeah. You'd think you'd want to be as far away from anything like that as possible.
She's out because she took a plea deal. What did they end up? What was her charge? Second degree or like what?
Yeah, second degree
Manslaughter? It was
murder.
second degree murder. So she took a plea
Yeah.
deal and had got like a 10-year sentence or something. And she served 8 and is now on parole. And he went to trial, didn't take a plea deal, and he got convicted of first degree murder, which is life without parole.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Yeah,
why she's out.
she got murder in the second degree and 10 years. And he has murder in the first degree and armed criminal action.
Right.
So his armed criminal action is 25 years in the Department of Corrections. And his murder in the first degree is life of imprisonment with the Department of Corrections without the eligibility of parole.
Right.
And it actually has a length of time of 999 years on it. And his charges were entered 11/16/2018, and Gypsy's were entered, her plea deal was entered July 5th, 2016. So,
Like, girl.
Ruby?
She's my evil side.
What about Candy?
She's more of the slutty side of me.
Did you also have wigs?
Bloody side.
And why did you have wigs?
To change the different hair colors of the characters, and because I didn't have any hair at the time.
And why did you not have hair?
My mother would shave off my hair and tell people I had cancer.
Was any of this stuff non-consensual on your part? The personalities?
No.
Now, you mentioned the idea to kill your mother came out about a year before it happened.
Yes, sir.
And what was going on in your home life that made you reach the point where you did that or made that decision?
I was growing increasingly desperate to get out of my home life.
Did you tell Nick that?
Yes.
And what was your mom doing that caused you to be more desperate?
Things were getting physically and more physically abusive. The hitting was more. The starving was more.
Now, you mentioned you were in a wheelchair. Were you required to act any certain way when you were in a wheelchair?
Yes, sir.
How was that?
She would have me stay very quiet and pretend like I couldn't walk.
Mr. Perry, can we pause for a second?
Yeah.
Can I sit down a second? I want to remind you that you're still under oath. Mr. Perry?
Thank you, Judge.
Whoa, super zoom.
Gypsy, how many boyfriends did you have prior to Nick?
None.
Now,
None.
I want to start talking about June of 2015. You mentioned that you had
Now
decided to kill your mother at
she's
some point.
here. She said
Was
she
that
was
the only plan you ever
27.
had in terms of how to get out of your situation?
Now she's like 33.
Besides running away, that is the only thing, yes.
Did you have other alternative plans other than killing your mother?
Yes.
How many plans altogether did you have?
3.
Okay. Did you have names for those plans?
I think
Yes.
23.
What were the names?
Plan A, Plan B, and Plan C.
And could you tell us about the other 2 possibilities other than killing your mother?
Yes. Plan A, we already had tried that, which was to meet up at the movie theater, act like we never met before, and try and start a relationship from there, with my mother's permission.
And what was the other alternative plan?
Another one was for me to get pregnant. I believed that since he would be the father, he would have to be in my life.
Now, Nick came down to Springfield again in June of 2015, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Who paid for that trip?
I did.
Why did you pay for that trip?
Again, I didn't think he had enough money.
And how did you get money to him to come down on that trip?
I stole money from my mother, and I sent it to him via the mail.
Do you have any idea exactly how much money you sent to Nick?
Over $1,000.
Oh,
And in these 2 trips to Springfield, how much of his own money was used?
I do not know.
Are you aware that he spent any of his money on either of these 2 trips?
No, sir.
Do you know when he arrived on the second trip?
Yes.
And when was that?
I believe it was June 8th of 2015.
And how long did he stay this time?
Only a couple of days.
And was this when your mother was murdered?
Yes.
And when was that specifically?
June 10th, 2015.
Do you know about what time she was murdered?
Maybe about 3 a.m. in the morning.
And after her murder, what time did you leave?
Maybe 6 in the morning.
After the murder, where did you go, you and Nick?
We went back to the hotel, the Days Inn Hotel.
Now, while he was on his way down here, did you guys talk?
Yes.
How did you communicate?
Text message, Facebook.
And the state has introduced into evidence a knife. And I believe it is State's Exhibit 145.
Oh no, Michelle.
Did Nick have a knife that was used in the murder?
I supplied the knife.
Where did you get the knife?
I stole it from Walmart
And why did you steal it from Walmart?
because I didn't see a knife that was sufficient enough in our own.
Like she got off so
yep.
easy. Like,
She stole
so
the
easy.
murder weapon from Walmart because the knives in her house weren't sufficient to do the job.
Yeah, like
Wow.
this is wild. How, like,
So Dee Dee
What?
had been there for a few days before they found her. I didn't realize it was that. Because they found her on the 14th. Is that right?
it was called in on the 14th. Yeah.
Yeah. So she was murdered on the 10th.
Right, Kendra?
Jeez. That's crazy.
Like, this is,
I mean, she gave him the money to come. She supplied the murder weapon. I mean, yeah, she got off
She did
really easy.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And to be
crazy.
honest, we don't even know what actual part she had in the actual murder other than what she tells people. Like, we don't know how true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, and
She's very nonchalant
to
about
think
it.
that she served 8 years
Yep.
and then is out for the remainder.
For 2 more years. I mean, the fact that she only got sentenced to 10 years to begin with
Right.
is crazy to me. I mean, people get sentenced a lot more than that for lesser things.
People get sentenced to more than that for weed charges.
Right. Exactly. Non-violent.
Yeah, like,
You know,
this
I mean,
is
people
mind
can,
blowing.
I mean, theft, burglary, you know, not that they're right or anything, but they're not threatening anybody's life. Nobody's physically getting hurt. And those people, a lot of them get put in, depending, you know, put in jail for half their life for that, you know, and here she is out, you know, not only is she out, but she's being completely like sensationalized. Like, I saw one of her TikToks the other day where she's like full on influencer. She's doing her makeup and doing the whole, you know, putting her hand behind the
A
product.
beauty influencer?
Yes, yes.
Oh
She's
God,
like,
I
do
need
my
to see
makeup with me. Yeah,
a
she's like, do
makeup
my makeup with
tutorial.
me, and she's showing it, and she's like doing the whole influencer thing, like putting her hand behind the product. I'm just like, oh my God,
Oh my God, I
girl.
need to see this.
Yeah, I'll find it and send it to you. It's her TikTok. It's on her own TikTok, and it
Yeah,
was
but
just
the
like,
lives don't save.
oh, it wasn't a live.
Oh,
Like, it was
okay.
just a video on her TikTok. I'll send you the link.
Like,
I'll find
why
it.
are we glorifying
Yeah,
murderers?
yeah. I heard that this, I mean, again, it's speculation. I don't know for sure. I don't know if it's been confirmed, Snark, but I heard that she's on house arrest now. Like, she's not allowed to leave.
But then Ken responded to a tweet and said that she's not.
Oh, okay. He didn't. Okay. I mean, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I haven't heard like an actual confirmation of that, but you know, given the fact that
I was
she's not
looking for a
a
house
model
arrest
behavior.
bracelet on her dress
Yeah.
and I didn't see one.
Okay.
But I mean, who knows? I don't know. It's just I just can't believe how much she premeditated all of this and was like, it just blows my mind and how easily she got off. I don't know. It's crazy.
There was also some gloves that have been introduced into evidence.
Yes,
Where did Nick get the gloves?
I supplied them.
And where did you get the gloves?
They were already in our house.
How did Nick know when to do this crime, time-wise, that morning?
I told him.
Who planned this murder?
I did.
Did Nick do any of the planning in this murder?
He may have had one or two.
Do you know what plans he provided?
He decided what the weapon would be.
Had you discussed alternative methods of killing your mother?
Yes.
What other alternatives had you considered?
Poison, arson, a gun.
Why did you not consider poison?
That's
It was
crazy.
too hard to find an odorless, tasteless poison.
Why didn't you kill your mother?
I didn't believe I could do it.
Could you explain what you mean by that?
I don't like blood. I don't like the sight of blood. Frankly, I'm too squeamish, so I just honestly didn't believe I could do it on my own.
After the murder, how long did you and Nick remain in Missouri?
You know what's interesting about her saying
too.
that though? Is that with the like with the exception of the pew pew, the other two would not have had like any blood involved. You know, like if you were poisoning somebody, you're not, there's nothing gory really about that. And if you're committing arson, you're going to be out of the house before anything happens, you know? So it's not like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just weird. Like that excuse that she just gave doesn't check because,
Unless she thought maybe her mom would get out. I don't know.
yeah, but saying that she's too squeamish and she doesn't like the sight of blood, like that doesn't check because only the stabbing, and I mean, she chose a very gory method.
Well,
of
and
doing
then
it.
she's cleaned up naked going around the
Mhm.
floor.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, you're
After she
welcome,
was
Kendra.
shaving, she decides, okay, my mom just got murdered, so now I'm just going to go shave. I'll be right back. Let
Yeah,
me go shave my leg.
I'm gonna shave my vag.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and then they had sex right afterwards, and it's just like that's a turn.
Mhm.
Like, that's what you're gonna. Your mom just got brutally murdered,
Yeah.
and you could hear her screaming and yelling and crying, and this is what you're gonna do.
Part of me, I don't know. Part of me questions if there's more to it.
Yeah, no, I think there is because it does
But
not. I can't fathom it.
yeah.
I can't fathom like it just being that, you know, I don't, yeah, like you said, there's more to it. I can't imagine that
Mhm.
that's just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
Yeah, I wouldn't sleep in the same house as her either.
hell no. Mm-mm. Be locking my door every night, which
Mhm.
they probably do anyways. You know?
I'd be getting one of those chains, door chains from the inside.
Right? I don't think she stayed in the bathroom. I think she was
Yeah,
more involved. Yeah.
that's what I think.
Days.
And she's well also, so let me point this out too, going back to the, you know, how she said she was naked and cleaning stuff up. But if she's squeamish and doesn't like the sight of blood, why the hell is she naked cleaning up her mother's blood?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah.
Well, she claimed that he made her do it, but I don't know.
Yeah, no.
And where were you planning on going?
Back to his mom's house in Wisconsin.
Did you encounter any problems that caused you to be delayed from leaving Springfield?
Yes, sir.
What problems?
His return bus ticket, there was no room for an extra passenger on that bus, so we had to change bus tickets. So that delayed us about a day.
And where did you go that extra day?
We went back to the motel,
What motel?
Days Inn.
Why did you go to that motel?
That was the motel that he was staying at.
Who paid for that motel room?
I did.
Who went in to reserve the room?
Nick did.
Why did Nick go in to make the reservation if you were paying for it?
I didn't want to be seen.
Why did you not want to be seen?
I didn't want to be recognized.
Did you go anyplace else other than Days Inn while you remained at Springfield after your mother's death?
Yes.
Where?
The Waffle House right across the street. Post office. Walmart. And of course the Greyhound bus station.
Okay, let's take them one at a time. Why did you go into Waffle House? That may seem like a silly question. Why did you go into Waffle House?
Because we were hungry.
Okay, when did you go to Waffle House?
I think it was the morning of the 12th.
Why did you go to the post office?
To mail the knife back to his mother's house.
And who decided to mail the knife through the mail?
I did.
Why did you decide to mail it through the mail?
Because he wanted me to take it in my backpack, and I never had ridden on a bus before, and I didn't think that there were any way that I can get it through without being undetected. So I figured mail it. People mail knives all the time. If they buy knives offline, nobody will know the difference.
The return address on the package, what return address was it?
Mine.
And then it was mailed to his house in Wisconsin?
Yes, sir.
Why'd you go to Walmart?
We needed a few extra things.
Did you go in Walmart?
No, sir.
Why not?
I waited outside with the luggage.
Did you go in the post office?
Yes.
Do you know exactly when you arrived in Wisconsin?
I believe it was the night of the 13th.
And did he have family that he lived with?
Yes.
Do you know who the family was?
His mother, his stepfather, and his little brother.
And how long were you at the house until law enforcement came?
2 days.
What were your plans going forward? What did you plan on doing?
Just staying with him and living forever there.
Give any thought to possibly the police locating you? Did that ever occur to you?
No, sir.
What did you think would happen to you?
Thought maybe that if people knew that I was gone, they would just think I was missing. And missing people go, unfound all the time. So I just thought I'd remain a missing person.
She's an idiot.
Now, there was a Facebook post made about this case. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Do you know where that Facebook post was made, on whose account?
Yes, sir.
Whose account?
My mother's.
What did the Facebook post say? If you can recall exactly, or close to it.
That bitch is dead.
Was there a comment in the post as well about the daughter?
Yes, sir.
What was that comment?
I don't remember exactly how it was worded. But something to the fact of, I raped her sweet innocent daughter. Her laugh was so fucking loud.
My
Who
God.
made that post?
She's so sadistic.
Yeah, seriously though.
And she has like no emotion with it.
Mm-mm. No,
It's just like, yep, here, did this.
this is what happened. Yep, sure did.
Yep.
Mailed the knife, but didn't think I'd get it through security, so just mailed it to myself.
People now mail knives all the time.
Yep.
Like, just no remorse, no anything.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Exactly, Smirk. Look how cold she is. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like, good God.
I did.
Did you make that post pretending to be somebody else?
Yes.
And who were you pretending to be?
Nick.
And why would you make that post claiming to be Nick?
I wanted her to be found. I wanted the cops to find her body.
Now, when you and Nick left her house, did you take any money with you?
Yes.
How much?
A little over $4,000.
And where did you get that money?
I stole it from my mother's safe.
While you were gone, how much of that money did you spend?
A couple of $100.
Just one moment, Judge.
Yes, sir.
Gypsy, just a couple more questions. Did your mother own a car?
Yes, sir.
What kind of car?
I can't remember what it's called now. It's a little Nissan Cube, I think.
Okay. Why did you take the Nissan Cube?
I don't know how to drive.
Do you have a driver's license?
No, sir.
Did Nick have a driver's license?
Yes, I think so.
That's all the questions I have, Mr. Judge.
Thank you. Does the state have questions?
Yes, may I move the TV? I'm just going to show Ms. Blanchard a few exhibits.
Sure. Make sure you can see it, okay, Ms. Blanchard? Can you all see it? Okay.
Ms. Blanchard, you and I had talked
Yes,
before,
sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
I'm just going to ask you a couple questions, okay?
Yes, sir.
You were asked a little bit about, during your relationship, that these alter egos that the defendant and you came up with. You remember that?
Yes, sir.
It was the defendant who first introduced you to that idea of alter egos.
Yes, sir.
This will be interesting because this is prosecution now.
Right.
So like, they accepted her plea deal,
Right.
so, um, I don't know,
Yeah,
like
because this was a
what?
couple of years after her plea deal.
Mm-hmm. Welcome back, MW.
And he actually first told you about his alter ego, Victor. Do you recall that?
Yes, sir.
And Victor was a vampire that was 500 years old.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
And you decided to come up with your alter egos just to kind of please him.
Yes, sir.
And also, as part of this fantasy, you also started to kind of consider yourselves as master and slave, correct?
Yes, sir.
And the defendant was the master,
Yes, sir.
and you were the slave.
Yes, sir.
And at one point, he had sent you basically like a bill of sale, kind of ownership papers. Do you remember that?
What?
Yes, sir.
And those papers would basically mean
Ownership
that the
papers?
defendant
Oh
owned
my
you.
lord.
Sounds like slavery.
Yeah.
And you also were asked a little bit about the videos that you and the defendant sent back and forth. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
And on a lot of those videos that you would send, the defendant would actually send you a script beforehand, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that script would instruct you on what to do in the videos.
Yes, sir.
And they weren't always things you wanted to do, correct?
That is correct.
But you did them anyways,
Yes, sir.
because the defendant told you to.
Yes, sir.
Then at some point also, the defendant at least communicated to you about rape fantasy. Do you recall that?
Oh,
sir.
God.
And you weren't crazy about that idea, correct?
No, sir.
But I believe that as you described it before, you kind of just let him talk about it, correct?
Yes, sir.
To indulge him.
Yes, sir.
The defendant had told you that he had Asperger's, correct?
Yes, sir.
And the only real symptom or maybe personality trait that you noticed that you thought was a result of that was that he insisted that you always capitalize his name.
Yes, sir.
And he would get mad at you if you would talk to him and not capitalize his name, correct?
That is correct.
Prior to, you and the defendant first discussed the killing of your mom, I believe you said about a year prior, correct?
Yes, sir.
And prior to that, you had thought about it before, correct? Like just as a thought.
Yes, sir.
But it was once you were with the defendant that it really became a constant thought, correct?
That is correct.
And that was because the defendant had introduced you to some dark fantasies, correct?
That is correct.
And you felt by being with the defendant and these dark fantasies, that kind of helped bring that out of you.
Yes, sir.
And actually, at one point, the defendant told you he was an assassin in another life.
Yes, sir.
And that as an assassin, he could protect you or take care of you, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you
An
had come up
assassin.
with the alternatives. I believe it was 3 plans, right? Plan A, B, and C, correct?
Yes, sir.
And the decision to murder your mom was always the last resort, correct?
Yes, sir.
But the murder was referred to as Plan B, right?
Yes, sir.
So A, B, and C kind of are a little out of order. Is that fair?
That's correct.
Okay, so A is try to get mom to like defendant, correct?
That is correct.
And then C would be try to get you pregnant.
Yes, sir.
And you discussed those
Oh, God.
alternative plans with the defendant, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you discussed the fact that murdering your mom would be a last resort. You discussed that fact with the defendant.
Yes, sir.
Because you both knew that was a serious thing.
Yes, sir.
And the defendant knew that as well.
Yes.
At least he communicated that to you.
Yes.
And when it came to the movie theater, I think we heard that didn't go very well, right?
That is correct.
And basically, your mom thought a 26-year-old guy at a Disney movie by himself may be a little creepy.
Yes.
Okay, so that plan didn't go well. And then when it came to the pregnancy, which I guess would be Plan C,
Yes.
At some point, the defendant didn't really want to do that plan anymore, correct?
He wanted to do it, but his mother wouldn't allow it.
So he basically told you, communicated to you, I can't do Plan C.
Correct.
My mom is a last resort, nothing like
sorry.
that.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So his mom needed to give him permission to get her pregnant? Is that what she's saying?
Of the plans, you mentioned that how the murder was to take place that was all up to the defendant, correct?
That is correct.
And it was the defendant that told you he wanted to stab your mom.
Correct.
And it was the defendant that told you he wanted a knife.
Yes.
And he figured it would be easier for you to get a knife because you could steal it because you would be in the wheelchair, correct?
Correct.
And you knew that the defendant had researched knives online.
Correct.
And at first, he actually wanted you to get like a big machete type knife.
Yes.
But you didn't think that that would be a lot harder to probably wheel out of Walmart, is that right?
That is correct.
So, although he wanted the big machete, you basically
Imagine
saw
if
a
he's
knife
just
that,
rolling out of Walmart, this big old machete.
Right.
I
my
mean,
God.
what the heck?
Or taking a machete to the post office as she's just rolling in there with her
Can
wheelchair
you
saying,
package this and mail this for me, please?
seriously, like what the fuck? Oh my God.
gosh.
It's too much. I shouldn't laugh at it, but the visual of it is
Well, it's like
hilarious.
no, it's not funny, but it kind of is. I mean, it's like the absurdity. It's the absurdity of
Yeah.
it that it's just
Yeah.
like like yeah, what are you gonna do? But kind of chuckle at just how absurd.
Right.
you thought you could get out of Walmart.
Yes, sir.
And then you took a picture of that knife
Yes, sir.
and you sent that to the defendant
Yes, sir.
to make sure that he approved of that knife.
That is correct.
And he did, ultimately.
Yes.
But in addition to the knife, the defendant, since it was his idea on how to kill your mom, he also wanted tape and a taser, correct?
Yes.
And he wanted you to get those items for him.
Yes.
And at one point, you had communicated to him that you had gotten the tape, right?
Yes.
But you apologized to him that you were not able to get the taser.
Yes, sir.
And for him, the tape was so that he was going to be able to muffle your mom.
That is correct.
So wait, I have
And,
questions here. One, how was she like if her mom was controlling and never let her out of her sight, like how was she going to Walmart and getting these things without her mom knowing? And two, like if she's stealing her mom's money to send to Nick to come up
Mhm.
to Springfield and do this, like why can't she steal money from her mom to actually buy stuff? Like why is she stealing everything? Like even just the baby clothes and I mean even just innocuous.
Mhm.
And if she really, I mean, wanted to get the taser, she could have bought one. I mean, I understand you probably can't just pick one up and steal it, but I don't understand. I mean, I guess that's the whole thing is it's not understandable, but I don't know. Again, there's just things that are baffling.
Mhm. The way she thinks about like her processes is weird.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like she stole a lot from her mom.
Right. Well, yeah, and then after they, paid her, it was like $4,000 or something that they
Mhm.
took.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, she took a lot of money from her mom, which is
Yeah.
crazy that her mom even, again, it kind of goes back to just abusing resources because it's crazy that her mom even had that kind of money sitting around.
When they were supposed to have no money and
Right.
couldn't afford
Right.
these
She was
things.
living off of
Well,
Social
and then
Security and the mom didn't work and,
Mhm.
but her mom just had that kind of money, $800, $1,000, $4,000 just laying around.
And that's assuming she didn't pick off more than that.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And welcome, Dizzy. She's I swear that voice is what got her only sentenced to 10 years. She does sound like a little kid and innocent. Yeah.
Yeah, she's very good at pulling off this, poor, innocent, naive,
I wonder if
young girl.
she still um tries that kind of tactic today. You know, like if she's getting in trouble with probation and parole, like is
Yeah. Is she still doing the same?
right.
I just
Exactly.
didn't know any better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Taser was to basically keep her from fighting back. Is that right?
That is correct.
So before June 10th, in preparation for the murder, fair to say the defendant wanted to take steps to muffle her,
That is correct.
and the defendant wanted to take steps to keep her from fighting back.
That is correct.
And I'll have you look over here a little bit about your plan afterwards. You wanted to be able to go and live in Wisconsin, correct?
Yes, sir.
But you actually weren't crazy about going to Waukesha County or Big Bend where he lived, correct?
I do not remember.
Do you remember? Here, I'll show you. So if you see there, you're on both. See where it's pink and it says Gypsy?
Yes.
Looks like you kind of had an idea of wanting to go to Milwaukee. You thought sort of that bigger city might be appealing, correct?
I guess that is correct.
And it was the defendant that actually told you, no, I'd rather that we live here in Waukesha. As you can see on the left, see on his text how it's blue and it says defendant over it.
Yes, sir.
Then after he shoots down Milwaukee, you basically say, okay, we can start looking for apartments in Waukesha. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And then when it came to the money, you can see here in this conversation on May 30th that you text him that with the $5,000 I have, we will be set. And he says, good idea, correct?
Yes, sir.
And at that time, you thought $5,000 would last you guys a long time, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you say that it's $5,000 you have, and he actually responds there on the left, dear, I know, but you mean our $5,000. You see that?
Yes, sir.
He wanted to make sure that you knew that wasn't your money, that was going to be your money together, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then you had some messages as the defendant was taking the cab from the Days Inn to your house, right?
Yes, sir.
And those texts pretty much led right up to him being at the door, correct?
Yes, sir.
And before he got to your house, he wanted to make sure that you were wearing something that he approved of. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
And if you look there to your right, you agree that, and that's a little bit earlier in the evening, so you stated around 2, 3 o'clock is when your mom died, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that'd be the morning of the 10th.
Yes, sir.
So this is a couple hours before, not about 9 o'clock on the 9th, and he says that he expects you to look like his woman should, and he suggests red fingernail polish, correct?
Yes, sir.
And do you remember you actually
Jeez.
told him you didn't have any red fingernail polish?
Yes, sir. I remember.
And so you came up, I think, was it with pink lip gloss?
Pink.
Okay,
Yes.
pink fingernail polish. And then he also, as you can see up there on the right, he wanted you to wear red lipstick, and you didn't have any of that.
That is correct.
And that's, I think, where you settled on pink lip gloss.
Yes.
Okay. And then if you look up there to the right, you can see on the right where it's circled by defendant that he says, so will you or how do you wish to present yourself to him? Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
And you don't answer him right away, and he asks you again there on the left to answer the question, right?
Yes, sir.
And then looks like from 9:25
Sounds like
to
BDSM
10,
talk.
you still haven't answered him, and he's asking you again, right?
A little bit,
Yes.
yeah.
But what he's waiting on an answer for is how you're going to be dressed when he gets there to kill your mom.
Yes, sir.
And you eventually answer him there at 10 that you'll be in a nightgown with painted pink nails and lip gloss, right?
Yes, sir.
And then he says to you, okay, but when he gets you from the bathroom, I suggest you are naked when he sees you after the deed. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
And while you were in the bathroom, you could hear your mom, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you heard her scream,
Yes, sir.
and she screamed your name.
Yes, sir.
And once you were cleaning up afterwards, he wanted you to help clean up blood, right?
Yes, sir.
And he wanted you to clean naked,
Yes, sir.
because that kind of turned him on.
Yes, sir.
As for I'm jumping back just a second, okay? Going back real quick to your plans.
The first time
for
she's shown
afterwards when you were in
emotion.
Wisconsin.
Right?
You had a pre-planned story that you were going to say.
Yeah, it is the first time. It almost seems a little, I don't want to say forced, but I don't know.
Yeah,
there's no
I
sound.
don't know.
Did you mute it?
Say
Huh?
in the event that you were ever caught, right?
Yes, sir.
And he came up with that story.
Yes, sir.
And so, considering the possibility of getting caught after the murder, the defendant told you of a story that you guys could come up with.
Yes, sir.
And actually, before the police arrested you in Wisconsin, you were hiding in the closet of Nick's room together, right?
That is correct.
And he confirmed with you to make sure that you have the story down.
That is correct.
You were asked on direct about the fact that you had provided the gloves, right?
Yes, sir.
And those were gloves that you already had at your house.
Yes, sir.
And if you go ahead and look over to your right, you see here, and this is about 1:30 a.m., you say to him, oh, you may not need to put the gloves on because we will sink it, so it's never found. You're talking about the knife, right?
Yes, sir.
And
Sink it.
if you look
Oh.
there to the right, it's the defendant that tells you he is still going to put the gloves on, correct?
Yes, sir.
Even though you suggested he may not need it.
Yes, sir.
I'm almost done. When the defendant agreed to kill your mom, at some point he told you that he also wanted to rape her.
Yes, sir.
You did not want the defendant to rape your mom, correct?
No, sir.
And in fact, in leaving the decision of how to kill her up to the defendant, you never told him to stab her 17 separate times, right?
No.
And you certainly didn't tell him to cut her neck down to the bone, right?
No.
And when he asked you about raping your mother, you actually talked him out of it, right?
Yes.
And you did so by offering the alternative that he would be able to rape you after the murder, correct?
That's correct.
I don't have any further questions here.
Thank you. Mr. Perry?
She does seem a little triggered, though.
Did
Nick ever rape you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mr. Perry, let her have a drink first.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Did Nick ever rape you?
No.
And when you guys had sex after your mother's murder, was that consensual?
It started out as consensual, yes.
What do you mean it started out as consensual?
I told him to stop during sex, and he did not.
So you agreed to have sex with him consensually?
Yes.
Now, the prosecutor said that, asked you about this story, that, which was a lie, of course, about what you were going to tell law enforcement when, if you got caught, correct?
That is
And I
correct.
think you testified that Nick came up with that story.
That is correct.
Isn't it true that both of you
I'm
came
going to
up?
object to leading.
Judge, he's impeached the witness.
Are you going to reference something?
Yes.
Would you tell us the page number, please,
I'll have her.
that you're referencing?
And I also may ask clarification on when I impeached the witness. I don't recall that.
Yeah.
Judge, Judge, can I show her her deposition?
To see if it refreshes the recollection. Is that the purpose?
Yes.
Yes. And tell her the page number then, please.
Gypsy, I'm on page 79.
If you turn to page 79, please. And I don't want you to read it out loud.
Okay.
If you'd read it to yourself, please.
I'm going to start with line 5.
Okay.
See line 5 on page 79?
Yes, sir.
Now, first of all, let's be clear what we're talking about. We're talking about a deposition that you gave on November 1st, 2018. You recall that, do you not?
Yes, sir.
The question on line 5 is question. Did they just come into the room? You see that question?
Yes, sir.
There's a rather extended answer of your part. Would you go ahead and just read your answer in full?
Yes, sir.
And if you can't read, I apologize.
I can read, yes, sir. No, they had armored vehicles outside. There were patrol cars all surrounding the house. They came in with the canine unit downstairs, and I remember that because I thought it was his dog barking, but it was the canine unit. And they kept saying, "Come downstairs, Nick Godejohn, you are under arrest. Come down with your hands above your head." And we both woke up at that point. I looked at him scared, and he said to get in the closet. So we both got into his bedroom closet, where we stayed there for a little while discussing what we were going to tell the cops. And I told him, "Let me go down first. Let me leave the closet." I told the officers I'm coming downstairs. They said walk to my voice, and I walked down the stairs. They grabbed me and put me in handcuffs, and they pulled me out into the yard and started asking me questions like, "Does he have any weapons?" And I said no, and that was it.
And in this question and in your answer, you talk about this closet situation. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And who did you say in that answer had come up with the story?
We did.
And that's the truth, is it not?
Yes.
It's something you both discussed.
Yes.
It wasn't just him.
No, it was the both of us.
Now, the date that that your mother was murdered, was that the original date, or was it moved up?
It was moved up.
Who moved it up?
I did.
I'm going to object at this point, Your Honor. I believe these questions are outside the scope of the cross.
I'm going to allow it.
Why did you move it up?
He told me that the money was running out, and he didn't think that he had enough money for another night stay at the hotel.
$1,000 though.
Now, you talked a little bit about you had to clean up after.
And it's a days in.
your mother's
It's not like
murder.
they're freaking staying at
You
the
did that
Fairmont.
voluntarily, correct?
Yes.
He didn't make you.
No.
What were you doing while your mother was being killed?
I was sitting in the bathroom, on the bathroom floor with my hands covering my ears.
And how did you know when it was over?
It was the code that we settled on to use.
Did you settle on this code together?
Yes.
What was the code?
I believe it was 3 knocks and 2 scratches on the door
Why did you need a code?
to let me know when to come out of the bathroom.
Did you have any concerns about what might happen?
Yes.
What concerns did you have?
I was afraid that my mother would end up hurting him.
Now, this knife, why did you buy the knife at Walmart?
I did not buy it. I stole it.
I apologize. Why did you get the knife at Walmart? How about that?
He asked me to.
And what was your understanding was going to happen to that knife, with that knife?
He was going to use it to kill my mother.
And you knew that when you went and stole it, correct?
Yes.
Now, there's been some discussion of some of these fantasies you had. These were all fantasies that the two of you had, correct?
Yes, sir.
Collectively.
Yes, sir.
You guys did this with some regularity, correct?
Yes.
And you willingly agreed to make these videos.
Yes.
And you also yourself wrote some letters, some stories that involve sex, am I correct?
Yes.
Wrote for him.
Yes.
And this reference to this agreement that you're going to be master-slave, that was something you guys did together?
I'm going to object. This whole line of questioning has been leading, and this is the defendant's witness. The rules are very clear on that.
It is our witness, Judge. I'll be glad to rephrase the question.
Thank you.
So, okay. Whose idea was it to have this master-slave thing?
It was Nick's.
And did you go along with it willingly?
Yes.
Did you have a problem with it?
I didn't particularly like it, but I went along with it.
Now, you talked a little bit about this situation at the Cinderella movie, and I think you testified on cross-examination that your mother thought it was creepy that a 26-year-old was at a Cinderella movie.
That is correct.
Okay. How old were you during that movie?
23.
That's all the questions. No, Judge, actually, I'd like to make a record before we're done, but if the state has more recross, then we can do it after that.
All right.
Just a couple. That, when you were in the bathroom, you had mentioned the code that you guys had, right?
Yes, sir.
And actually, at some point, the defendant had warned you about coming into the bedroom while he was killing your mom, right?
Yes, sir.
Because he was worried that his evil side could possibly hurt you.
Yes, sir.
And the story that you all came up with, in the event that you were caught, you were asked a question and an answer from your deposition. Do you remember that?
Can you rephrase that?
Yeah, that was a terrible question. Mr. Perry had asked you to read an answer from your deposition. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
Would you do me a favor? Could you turn to page 68?
Yes, sir.
I wonder what this deposition was from.
When it was from?
What she had
Right there.
deposition for.
Do you see the
Oh.
very, very last line where the question starts, did you?
Yes, sir.
And the question is, did you and Nick have a story? And then you turn to the next page. That you guys had put together that if somehow you got caught, you were going to tell this one story. You see that question?
Yes, sir.
And what was your answer?
Yes, sir.
And then the question is, what was that story? You see that?
Yes, sir.
And what was your answer?
That my mother kicked me out of the house and that I called him to come pick me up because I was going to live with Nick and his mom.
And then the next question you see is, did you have a story of where you ran into each other? Did anything go that far that you recall? And what was your answer?
No, sir.
And then you see the question, who came up with this story? And what was your answer?
He did.
And also, if you would just look for a moment, going back to the text messages.
Can you see that, Miss?
Yes, sir.
And there on the left, it looks like this conversation takes place June 8th at about 1:23 p.m., right?
Yes, sir.
And you ask him, is it all good? You got the tickets, hon, right?
Yes, sir.
And then he says to you, dear, please go with the story I had told my mom and stepdad. You see that?
Yes, sir.
And then he responds again, yes, dear.
Yes, sir.
And then if you look there, you ask him, please let me know what story.
Yes, sir.
And then he says, I'll tell you in person, dear, because I'll be able to explain it better then. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
And you say, okay, not saying a word on Facebook to anyone after that. But the story referenced in that is this story that you would tell if you were ever called.
Yes, sir.
No other question.
Thank you.
Just a couple more and then we need to make a record here. He told you in that text that it was the story, quote, I had told my mom, correct?
Yes, sir.
I want you to go back to page 69, where you were just reading with the prosecutor. I want to read the very next question. If you can find, I think the prosecutor ended on page 69, line 13.
Yes,
You
sir.
see the very next question starting on line 14?
Yes, sir.
I'll read the question, you can read the answer. But you guys had agreed that this was a story you were going to tell should somehow you guys get arrested. Is that correct? What was your answer?
Yes, sir.
That's all, Judge.
Thank you. Anything?
No.
Hey, Ms. B, excuse
I'd like to make a record before we excuse her, Judge, real quick.
privately?
I think it needs to be.
All right. You can put that microphone back if you'd like, Miss.
Well, that
Yeah.
was something.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah, I don't know.
I
Definitely
can
seemed
say
kind
that
of
I'm
cold even towards the end.
yeah,
She got a little
I've
emotional, but for the most part, she was very just matter of fact about it.
let's see. This is her throwing him under the bus. By the time she had accepted her plea, and knew whatever she said, they couldn't take her to trial. She is so evil. Yeah. I mean, she just was saying it all.
Yeah, she knew she
And
could say that. She knew she could admit she was basically the one that orchestrated it and bought the weapon and all that stuff because
mm-hmm.
what were they going to do? She already took the plea, you know?
Yeah. Okay, let me pull up. Let's see. One sec here. Sorry, I'm pulling up the photos from the evidence.
Oh, okay.
Give me 1 second here. I just want to just make sure that there's nothing. We can just kind of go through them. Because I've got the evidence marker 1, 2. Okay. Give me 1 sec here. I think the evidence marker ones seem like they have more stuff to them. Oh my God, their house is such a mess.
I know.
Oh, they took pictures of the safe too. Let me,
She got a safe. Is that where all the cash was? Well, like,
the
if
yeah, the
you're
safe.
living off of donations and charity, why do you need a safe? I don't understand.
Yeah, it was like a safe and it has button keys on the front. I just wanted to scroll through them just to make sure there wasn't anything of, like,
Yeah,
you don't see anything of Dee Dee in there,
right.
because I don't want to
No,
scroll through them
those are
and then
pretty bad.
the house and property ones, it doesn't seem like those ones have as much as the marker ones, the evidence markers.
Hmm.
So we'll go through those ones first. Oop, I'm gonna real quick. I'm gonna run Kuma outside real quick.
Hmm.
So, um, if you do, you want me to put something on while I'm gone?
Yeah, go ahead, put
Just
something on.
okay. Let me see. Let me see if I can find a. If someone recorded her TikToks or something. Um, Give me 1 sec, guys. Sorry for the interruption.
There's usually what is that channel that I've been watching on YouTube?
Oh, here's
It's
Renell. Shoot.
Conspiracy. Is that what it is? Conspiracy? I think she covers a lot of Gypsy's TikTok lives.
Yeah, intermission. Go to the bathroom, get him a drink. Did anybody watch Ryan's TikTok from yesterday? I can put that on.
I watched just bits and pieces of it, like where he was talking about the gender and paternity test and all that. But that was like all I watched. It was just those couple of minutes.
Oh, here's one from 11 days ago. What the fuck is she doing? Oh, she's doing like a face mask. I'm scared to even ask what the hell she's
Oh, geez.
but she talks about like Ken's employment and stuff. But the thumbnail is her with the green avocado mask. Says
Yeah,
Gypsy
that's a
Rose
little weird.
TikTok. 7:30 talks Ken employment. Ryan is disrespectful and Santa.
Santa.
Yeah. And this is from Renell's. And I know Renell. I'll put her stream in my description. Let me see. Hopefully this isn't too. Oops, I'm always clicking the wrong screen.
Things enough. I will say I'm probably like one of like the only women in the world
Is that
that
too loud?
doesn't exactly like going to the
No, it's
nail
okay.
salon. I've been one
Okay,
time
I'll be right back. I'm gonna
to
take it
get my
outside.
nails done with my sister, and the nail polish they use stayed on there for, oh my god, too long. Like, I'm the type of person that likes to change her nail color all the time, and this nail color I think was like gel, and it stayed for way too long. Like, you could take a chisel and it not come off. Okay, where is something I could wash my hands with? Do I have a towel? Oh, I have a towel. Right back. Alright, so I'll let that be on my hair for a little bit. Let me check my eyebrows. I can use a little touch up. It's okay though. I'm not doing all of that right now. Alright, now where am I gonna put this? Jesus. Can I use my hands? I know Chrissy has something in the bathroom to apply this with. I'm gonna go see if I can find it. I'm gonna put you guys on pause. No, I don't want to end it. Here we go. Oh, don't tell me.
Shoot, I was getting my shoes on and I remembered that I don't need that banner, which there, that might
Oh,
help.
yeah.
Wait, is it?
She paused it for a second.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I was like, you might be missing something because of that banner, but okay, I'll be right back.
It's starting to look like freaking the witch from Wizard of Oz. That's terrible. I feel like I don't do enough pampering. I don't really know what any of this stuff does for your skin anyway. But I feel more girly when doing it. And I'm doing it in the phone, no less, not even in a mirror. So this will be one heck of a weird live with the green face almost the whole time. I'm gonna have to buy Christy another jar of this. I think I'm gonna use all of it. Okay. Let's see. I don't wanna like get it in my hair, but I wanna get it all over. Oh, thank you. Thank y'all for the roses. Right at the tip. You guys know I'm just starting to get the feeling back in the tip of my nose after the rhinoplasty. I want to get my pores nice and clean. Alright, that looks okay, I guess. I don't want to get too much on my mouth. Okay. What kind of mask is it? It's Moisturizing Avocado Hydration Green Clay Mask by Glamma. This is Christy's actually, and she lets me use like her makeup and stuff like that, and her face masks and stuff like that. Because I haven't bought face masks yet, because I just don't know which ones are good to use, but I like this one. It's your classic mask, I guess. If I had like those, what do they call those? Those peels that you put on your eyes? I should be doing that too. And then after, I'll set that for 10 minutes. What time is it now? Hold on. It's terrible. Clock. Okay, it's 8:44 now. So, in 10 minutes, I'll go wash it off. I feel like I need to buy new clothes on Shein very soon. So I was going through my clothes and I was tossing out some of like the things that I don't fit anymore. And I'm starting to get a sense that I need more clothes now that I'm getting a little bigger around the belly area. And it's not by much. Like I just noticed like my jeans, like they don't like fit comfortably anymore. And so I did buy a couple of outfits. Let's make a Shein cart. Yeah, I know, right? I so need, let's do it. Did I show you the stuff that I got already from Shein? I got a couple of shorts. So hold that thought. What do I do with all of them? Oh my goodness, where did I put all of them? Oh my god. Alright, so these are the shorts. I'm not sure where the heck I put the shorts, but I did get the jeans with the flap thing on it. But these are too long, so Gigi, which is Christy's mom, is gonna have to hem these for me. But I do have like another set that is a little shorter. Like I'm learning, jeans are really hard to find. I'm an 8 short, and that's before pregnancy. So I'm trying to pick out clothes right now. I'm in that in-between stage where my old clothes aren't fitting properly, but I'm not big enough to fit like full-on maternity clothes yet. And I did get, Ross has good jeans. Okay, I'll try Ross. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, Mia, I went to, what's that place that has like designer warehouse shoes, I think that it's called. So I went there to buy a new pair of sneakers because the ones that I have, they're all like colored, and I just want a nice pair of clean white sneakers. And so I went and I looked at it and I saw like a pair of Skechers that I liked, but they were all like size 7 on up. And I told Ken, I was like, I thought was cute there. So I'm like, I'm a 5.5, so 5.5. And yes, that was it. I saw someone said the name of the store. And then we went to Nike, and then I thought all of the shoes there I didn't like either. So that's why I was asking like what kind of shoes, sneakers you use, because I like yours. Yours are cute. I just don't know where you get them. Look on Amazon? Okay, I will. Because I feel like I'd be able to find my size easier. Oh, thank you, Logan, for the Galaxy. Try Converse. Okay. I'm learning all of these like new brands. I've never been like a brand girl, so in prison we could buy New Balance. They were like the cheapest, plainest white New Balances that you could buy. Oh, thank you, Paige, for the Galaxy. Thank you, Sid. Ross also has good stuff. Can I see her flats? Oh yeah, I did see where so the birthday dinner date that Ken and I had that Ken had taken me to. So I was gonna wear high heels. Like I like the way high heels look, but they're not comfortable, and I don't exactly walk very gracefully in them. So I'm like, well, these black flats are comfortable, and so I'm like, I'll wear these just for comfort. I'm like, they look cute, I guess. Someone said I need like a stylist. They're probably not wrong though. Haley, thank you, Haley. try square heels? Okay. So, my dad is coming home tonight. I think everybody's seen that he has a TikTok now, and he's catching up to Christy in followers. I think that's pretty awesome. So my dad made a birthday video, and I thought it was epic. I laughed so hard. Thank you, Lauren, for the galaxy. I laughed so hard because at the end he's like, clean your room. So I've been cleaning my room. Let's see, I can probably give you a little bit of a room tour if I can get this off the freaking tripod thing. Ow! All right. Now keep in mind I'm still working on it, guys. Okay? Stuff my clothes back in here. All right. Do not judge. Sorting out my clothes, picking them up, putting them back in my dresser. Stuff that in there. All right. One of my drawers is broken and it won't shut. So, okay, so this is my room. So this is my bed. And yes, Mia, I moved it again. So that's my bedside table. Christy's mom got me that cross. Let's see. This wall right here is blank for right now, but then of course I got like a million, all that I gotta clean off by the night. Then this is my closet. So this used to be my sister's room whenever she lived with our parents. So this is my closet. Still got some of Mia's stuff in the back. More clothes here. A jewelry box, stand-up jewelry box, suitcases, sneakers. That's the gist of my room. It's small, but I've been trying to make it a little bit more roomy by moving around some of the furniture. And then I have this lovely wall art for whenever I do lives. It looks nice. All right, let me put this back on the tripod. All right, there we go. There we go. Has it been 10 minutes yet? I could probably go and wash this off now. That should be only 5. All right, so wait, wash it off.
It kind of trips me out that she has like money to buy all this stuff, clothes and face products and makeup and shoes, considering
Okay, I'm back.
it's never worked.
Christy was like, what's all this green shit on the bathroom sink? I'm like, oh shit.
Okay, I'm back.
I'm bad. Okay. All right, now that I'm done with that, I'm gonna do my regular routine. Where's my other mouse? So I got this one, there's one more. Where is it?
Oh god, she's doing makeup, huh?
I swear,
Skincare.
I need to just figure out where I put everything. I'm losing my mind.
Here, I'll pause this and then we can go to the pictures real quick. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, let me share this screen. How many pictures are here? There's 227, and this is the evidence markers folder, but hopefully we can get through this.
227 pictures?
That's just in the evidence markers.
Sheesh.
But honestly, we could probably get through it pretty quickly.
Yeah. I just didn't realize that there were that many.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so, and I really don't know what the hell I'm looking at, but I guess a cigarette butt. I don't know who smoked. Gypsy didn't. Oh, wait, she smokes now, but did she smoke back then? Probably
I don't
not. I
know.
can't imagine that her mom let her smoke.
Yeah, I would imagine not.
Okay. And let's say, is that a little flag? Must be. Oh, there's the evidence marker. Okay. Another
Something
same.
about that
A lot of them
cigarette
are
butt.
duplicate. Huh?
I said something about that cigarette butt.
What the hell's with all those flags in there? Okay.
Footprints, maybe?
I don't know what the hell that is. What is that? I don't know what that is.
Mm-mm. Can't tell.
No, I can't tell what that is. Some of the stuff could just have already been there,
Yeah.
you know? Looks like a battery something.
Hmm.
I don't know if they had cameras there. I don't know. Looks like some sort of like a fixture that was ripped off.
Right.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either. I can't
But
tell.
that looks like it had been there. No idea what we're looking at. Hair tie or something.
But why would she have a hair tie? She had no hair.
I don't know. It's like a hair tie or a headband or something. It's like velvet. I don't know what else it would be.
Hmm.
I mean, they don't know if it was connected to her or not. They
Right.
have to collect it or take photos anyways. Gum.
Gum.
Yeah, gum. Looks like there's a track in it. Sucks as it was raining because it probably washed away a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Cap.
Bottle cap.
Damn, look at all those oxygen. That door knob is really short.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is that the same?
I don't think so. I think it's a cabinet. I don't think it's a door. I think those are cabinets.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
because
no,
I'm like,
just
this
to
is
see the doors next to it. So that's,
because this is carpeted.
I don't think that's a, I don't know, because there's a door next to it too.
But it looks like a knob of some sort,
Yeah.
but that's not even what they're marking. So
No, they're marking the fact that she left cleaner out. It
that's
looks like.
the cleaner stuff.
Oh, that's a light bulb. That's not a doorknob.
Still, what an odd place for a light bulb.
It's an odd place, yeah, but it's a light bulb.
She just left the cleaner. Oh, all the
Like, that's a light
are all
socket. I
those
mean, that's a
blood
plug.
stains though
I don't know. If they
in the
are, she didn't do a
hallway?
good job.
Right.
But given how dirty their house was, it could have just been any other stains.
Hat. Oh yeah, it's definitely an outlet down there.
Mm-hmm.
Computer. Oh, blood from the computer, it looks like.
Or fingerprints.
Okay, Dee Dee had pink sheets on her bed, so this is obviously Dee Dee's bed.
Right.
What was that on the floor? Hmm. Place was a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me if you see anything that you want me to stop.
Okay.
Just kind of going through them. Oh my God, look how trash that place is. What is all this stuff? Garbage. Trying to see if do you see anything of interest?
No, it just looks like stuff.
There's a bunch of
Probably
pill bottles back here.
looks like that's probably
Huh?
maybe blood on the pillow that's right there and stuff. I can't tell. I can't tell if it's just dirty or if that's blood.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, there's a lot of
Holy
evidence markers
cow.
down on the floor. Huh?
I was just said, holy cow. It's like, yeah, there's that Barney that they kept talking about.
Mm-hmm. A sharps container stuck on the.
Few pill bottles right there. Some
Yeah, there were
prescription
some.
syrup.
You can see them down here.
Yeah, there's also some up on the table. You can
Yeah.
see the blue bottle. Those are probably the sharps.
The what?
See how, okay, so you see how there's the Barney and then there's like the red box or whatever next to it? And you see there's like a blue prescription bottle
Blue prescription bottle.
next to the, okay, so there's the red, the Barney. Then to the left of that, some red, I think it's a fan or red something.
Uh-huh.
And okay, there. So you see that blue bottle on the table?
Yeah.
That's probably, that probably contains whatever needles and stuff that she's putting in the sharps, like they're clean ones. Because usually they put needles in a blue bottle.
What, this
like
right
that.
here?
Yeah.
That looks like a Walmart cough syrup or something.
Does it? Oh, okay, you're right. But usually, oh, you're right. Because typically when they give you needles and stuff, they're usually in a blue prescription bottle.
I didn't think to
But you're
zoom,
right.
but
Okay. So she has that cough syrup, and then there was the other prescription stuff too.
mm-hmm. Right,
I
Snurk? Have
know,
you seen
Snurk.
you've seen these, Snurk, haven't you?
It's bad. I mean, look at that big old dirty, what is that? Nebulizer? CPAP machine that's on the floor right there?
Oh, right here. Look, all
I
these
think it's
pill
filthy.
bottles.
Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of bottles next to that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place is filthy.
Oops. Shoot, now I gotta. Oh shoot, where's my view? Why is it not letting me go to my? What the fuck?
You need to minimize it. Like maybe you zoomed out
Zoom
too
to
much.
fit. There. It wasn't letting me go to the just click next.
It's so 1980s, Snark. You're not kidding.
Yeah, sheets for curtains. Like they're actually measuring how tall Barney is.
Yeah. No, this is the inside. This is the inside of her bedroom. Dee Dee's bedroom.
Like, is this fucking dust up here or what?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the place just looks, when you looked at the
Like, oh my god! Like, look
the
at that!
vent
Look
on
at
the
how
floor.
dusty this whole.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
Yep.
God.
Well, you saw that machine on the floor, how caked that was with dust. And that's supposed to be like a breathing machine.
Yes, MW. This is the inside of the house after they came in.
Probably not. I would imagine not, Snark. I mean, if she never left Gypsy alone, I don't know when she would really have time.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Was that thunder? Oh, I'm asking you as if you guys are here.
Oh,
Like, did you guys hear that? Is
no,
that thunder?
I didn't hear it.
I'm like, if I have a big ass dog come barging in here, I guess I'll find out. My God, look at that. That's like the side we didn't see.
Mm-hmm.
Like, goodness gracious.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Like, let's say that Gypsy was wheelchair bound, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
people were led to believe she's not moving a wheelchair around very well in there.
Not in there. Nope.
I don't even know if her wheelchair could get through the door.
Probably not. Not in that room anyway. And if I remember correctly, I don't think the rest of the house was much better. Because I think
I
there were
do
pictures
always have storms.
where the neighbor crawled in the window, and I think there was like pictures of that room too, and I think it was just as bad.
Mm-hmm. Listener, that's what happens in the Midwest, unfortunately.
Yeah, we don't get storms like that here. Ever.
Mm-mm.
We had one like a
What-
couple weeks ago. And it was weird.
Thunderstorms here are constant. And I don't remember getting as many tornado warnings as we have this year in a long time. Baby, wait, there's like something written on that blanket. That's sad if that's like a baby blanket.
That's what I'm saying. It looks like a baby blanket to me.
Mm-hmm. Look at all that. Oh my God. I can't get over it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at that. That makes me like feel like I need to go take a shower.
I don't know how you
can't.
could breathe in all that.
There's another CPAP machine. My God.
Yeah, I mean, can't imagine anybody would breathe well in that
No.
environment.
Good thing they don't have pets.
Right. No, they did.
Did they have pets?
She had a cat. Yeah.
She had a cat in there?
Didn't she say she had a cat?
I don't know, but what, like, that's not an environment for a cat.
I could have sworn she had a cat.
Maybe the nebulizer was for her cats because it couldn't fucking breathe.
Right.
It's like two different phones there. You see that?
Yep.
There's not much blood on the bed considering what happened.
Right.
It seems like some of this isn't even dried up. Yes, a cat? Okay. What the hell? I wonder what happened to that cat.
That's why I kind of remember there
Ouch.
being a cat, because I remember thinking that exact thing. Like, what happened to the cat?
Oops, sorry, I just knocked papers off my desk. Ugh. I drive Rye nuts because, like, I have this routine every single morning. I come in and I Swiffer my desk, and I have a calendar that like I slide over the date. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a big ass farmhouse type calendar where it has like the month, the dates, and whatnot.
Right.
And I can
Right.
just slide over the little thing. And I always have to slide it over. And my phone stays in the office and charges at night.
Mm-hmm.
And so I come in, I grab my phone, and I change the date and I Swiffer my desk every single day. And he's like, you're obsessive about like Swiffering your desk. And I'm like, I don't want anything.
You don't
Like
want
if I
dust
see
everywhere.
dust, like
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
Well, especially since right now, because you guys are moving stuff around and
Oh, it's been especially
changing it, you know,
bad.
that totally
Yeah.
just stirs
Yeah.
everything up when you do that.
What the hell is that? Those aren't dryer sheets, are they? The
Look like
fuck is that?
napkins, maybe.
What is that? Are they napkins? I don't know. That was weird.
They look awfully thin to be napkins.
They look like dryer
Out
sheets.
of fly swatter? What is that?
I don't know what that is.
Oh my God. See, that's what I was talking about. Look at the vent. Look at that
Oh
vent.
God, why did you point that out? Ah,
That's what I saw in the
no.
other one, and I was like, what the?
Ugh. No, no, no.
Like, that's just
That's
hazardous. I mean,
yeah. Oh, they'd be fucked if there was a fire.
yep.
Um,
What the
yeah,
heck
that looks
is
like
that?
it looks like a fly swatter. Did fly swatters used to have like a netting or something?
I don't know. You know what? It almost looks like one of those hand sifters. You know those little hand sifters that you use to sift
Yeah,
flour back in the day, and you'd squeeze the handle? That's kind of what that
right.
looks like. I know I'm
That'd be
dating myself, but I mean, really dating myself. Back to the days when you still had to sift your flour.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I know. If I reference like Lisa Frank or something, and I'm like, am I giving
God,
my
Lisa Frank. That's going back.
right? So many pictures of the same face, but okay, I get it. This must be the other side.
Yeah.
Lots of. They probably don't even know what's in this pile.
No, they probably don't. I would imagine they probably don't know they probably had no idea of knowing what was in half that house.
It's like they just took sheets off and just threw them on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
More. You know what would be bad is if those were just donation drop-offs that people
Mm-hmm.
thought of them and were like, oh, they might need these, so I'm gonna drop them off.
I kind of wonder because they're in big bags like that.
Yeah, seriously, it wouldn't shock me if that's what this was. It's like stocking caps and
Mm-hmm.
oh my god, yeah, that's thunder. Holy shit, that scared me. Sorry. Lysol. Are you really using that Lysol?
Right?
For like stabbing her in the bedroom, there's so much blood everywhere.
Well, when you're using a knife and you stab somebody 17
Hmm.
times, the blood splatters, especially as you're pulling I mean, I don't want to be graphic, but when you're pulling the knife out, blood's going to splatter everywhere. Pretty
Yeah,
sure
but
it's
all the way
blood.
in the hallway and shit?
Well, I don't know how far her bed was from the door.
Well, her bed is on. I don't have any way I'd have to go all the way back. But her bed was like the headboard was the I don't know how to describe it. No, Snark, correct me if I'm wrong, and I believe I'd have to go back and look at the reports but didn't she turn the AC down to like 40 something degrees to try to preserve and like
Did she
delayed
really?
decomposition? Yeah,
Dang. Because that's not calculated.
right. Like how would she even know that without looking that up, you
Right.
know? Oh my god, if I actually accidentally disconnect or something, I can feel it.
Dang.
Thunder. Yes, she did. Okay, I thought she did. I don't think we saw all this shit down in the bottom.
Mm-mm.
This is on the okay, so this is the right side of her bed. I think because I remember seeing a wallet. I think.
I wish there's
Huh?
obviously the bathroom.
Blood in the bathroom. If that's the bathroom. Trying to see what I'm supposed to be looking at here. I don't know yet. It's like it leaves me in mystery until I go to the next photos,
Laundry soap? Some type of cleaner?
Ultra concentrate, must be laundry soap. A bag with receipts and shit. She did say she used wipes
Right.
And she said she got stuff from a money bag.
From a money bag?
Yeah. She said that they asked where the money was kept, and she said that it was in the safe and there was a bag of money.
Oh,
It was in like a bank bag.
gotcha.
Medline.
That's the wheelchair. And the glasses.
Mhm. Oh my God, look how freaking dusty that is. Shit everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what was that? What were those pills?
Huh?
Is that a bottle?
Poly, I can't read it.
Yeah.
Hey, Miki.
I can't believe either, Mickey. Like
And
she's got
she has
Kim
done zero
Kardashian
prison
all
reform
blown up her butt. What?
at all.
Yeah.
A glove. Oh yeah, that'll get you. Like, how dumb can you be? You're just gonna
Right.
drop that? We're on 153 of 2 something, so. Oh, did they spray luminol, it looks like?
That's what it looks like.
Is that blanket? Hold on.
Mhm.
Where'd it go? Oh, no, that's not a blanket. That's a garbage can.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's a
what they
garbage
spray
can.
luminol on. Is that the garbage can?
I don't think that's the garbage can. I think it looks like
Hi, big dog. Hi, come on, dog. Are you scared, dog? Are you scared, dog? Looks like what?
maybe a wall.
'Cause there's definitely creases.
Oh, I
yeah,
bet those are is that the thing on the windows? The sheet that was on the windows? It had to have been something Gypsy cleaned though. Because it doesn't, whatever it is, I don't think you would have seen it unless you
looks like
put
the
the luminol.
hall.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the fantasy drawer.
Yep, there it is.
She's got a pink, what is that, a Barbie TV or something?
Probably. Probably a Disney princess one, knowing her.
City Utilities reduced bus fare card. Taiko drumming. Spirit of Africa. Sewing machine.
I wonder why she had a bus card if her mom had a car. Something like
Probably
that.
just to have it because it was free or whatever, you know. Oh my God. Like from the outside, it seemed like the house would have been well kept.
Right.
But holy crap, that was
This
deceiving.
makes me want to go like spring clean my place.
Seriously, right? Like here's some Mickey Mouse car covers over here, like seat covers. For some
Jeez.
reason, they're marking this though.
Books or
know what.
something? Picture frames?
Yeah, I don't. It looks like an old book or photo album.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Good Lord. Is
Just
this their
empty food
kitchen?
boxes. Oh, look at the bananas. Ew.
Yeah. Is this their kitchen
Somebody's
table
driver's license looks like is right there.
and bank card?
Mm-hmm. That must be another wheelchair or something with the wheel. I see a
Oh, there
wheel
we
on it.
go. Driver's license, bank card, and another card. Oh, that gives me anxiety. I could,
Mm-hmm.
no. Mm-mm. Butter in a can? Is that a thing?
If it's Crisco or something. All
Oh,
of the knives that weren't sufficient.
I was just about to say the same thing. Let's take a look at the knives that weren't not
Weren't good
applicable.
enough.
They did
Yeah.
not work. Yeah. We got a little Asian flair in there. I like that they are keeping a variety.
Right.
I got lots of markers in here. They must be trying to mark all the knives. This freaks me out because imagine trying to sift through this drawer to find something. Like they've got knives mixed with all this other shit.
Yep. That, I just think, look at that and just think how dirty they, like, I wouldn't want to eat off
Yeah.
of that or cook with that. Like,
Mm-mm. I would just, just cutting yourself trying to find a fork because all I see is spoons.
yeah, a lot of spoons.
Ugh. And this is where they store, I don't know, maybe this is to their underground. Is
That
this in the
doesn't look
back of
like
their
their
house?
house because their house is pink.
But is this in the back? So it's clearly a
Oh.
shed. Oh, we're almost done. We're at 182. Your corners, so let's say your corners around my bed, 4 angels around my head, 1 to watch, 2 to pray, something scare
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
bad
whoa, whoa,
things
wait,
away.
wait, wait, wait. Can
What?
you zoom in, or is there another picture of that cross that's above her bed right there?
I'm sure it'll show another. If it doesn't, I'll come back to this one.
That cannot be the same cross that she just, when you were taking Kuma out and we were watching that live that she did, she showed a cross above her bed and said that Christy's mom got it for her. But I swear to God, it looks just like that one. But it could just be that, because I can't get a good look at this one.
If it doesn't, I can come back to it.
What's all that?
This looks like they went back into Dee Dee's room.
Yeah, because wasn't that in her room?
Yeah, because her walls are red.
Yeah.
And there's that CPAP.
Yep. Ew.
Hmm?
What is that? Just ew. Just looking at that dirty
Yeah.
turtle and just the dust on that plug thing. Ooh.
Yeah. This place is like a dust haven.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. You okay, Big Dog? You okay? Yeah, you're okay. Yeah. Okay. She's like, what, bitch? I'm about to be in your lap here in a minute.
Yeah, she's like, you don't tell me I'm okay.
She's staring at the window because she can see the lightning. Yeah, it's definitely Dee Dee's room. Oh my God. Look at her walls, even. You can see the dust.
Mhm.
Ugh, God, I feel so fucking dirty right now. This must be Dee Dee's bathroom. Wait, there's a wheelchair there, though.
Well, I heard that. I don't know if Snurk is still here, but didn't Dee Dee have to use a wheelchair too?
I don't know, but do you need some extra hands? Wait, is that Star Wars stuff in there?
Where? I don't see any Star Wars stuff.
Is that the Enterprise?
Oh, it could be that
You see the
everything's on
shape
top
of
of.
it?
Yeah, you know what? It could be. What the? She made her wear leg braces?
Hmm.
And those could not be. Those must be Dee Dee's because Gypsy said in her testifying thing that she wore a 5.5. That's not a 5.5 shoe.
I don't know why Dee Dee was in a wheelchair.
I could have sworn that I heard somewhere or read somewhere or somebody had said that she was also.
I think it was from being overweight and shortness of breath. My God.
That's
Jesus. This is. If she didn't live with Rod and Christy, would she be living opposite lifestyle and want to clean everything like thoroughly?
no.
Because
I think she's the opposite.
you think she would still
There was
live.
I tell you, I've been on a rabbit hole the last couple of days. I don't remember who somebody was interviewing or somebody was on a live panel with somebody who was in the same prison with her.
Mhm.
Not like one of her cellmates, but somebody who was in the same prison. And they said that she was really, really, really lazy. Like she wouldn't do anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like they couldn't even get her to she was really bad about even just like washing her clothes and um just in cleaning her cell and stuff like that. Yeah, she was saying that she wouldn't do it, like it was always a problem and people like really never liked her in prison because she was always, she was a slob and not doing anything to help anybody and that she was and I don't know if it was laziness or if it's really maybe by looking at this, she probably
Mhm.
doesn't know how to clean things or do a load of laundry or like when she went
Yeah.
into prison, she probably had none of that knowledge, didn't even know what was appropriate, not appropriate as far as what's considered clean and not clean.
I mean, you think that that'd be a learned behavior.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's what this lady was saying, Snur, that it's basically she was not well liked among the inmates because of that, because of her not wanting to be clean. And I guess she also got in trouble once for stealing her cellmate's commissary,
Oh, geez.
which she was all, and again, I mean, a lot of this is obviously still speculation by this one girl who was in the prison with her, but she was saying that,
Yeah, because how do you prove that or disprove it, you know?
well, she was also saying that like you could only have, like you were only allowed to spend like a maximum of like $500 a month or something in commissary. And they said
Mhm.
that like Rod and Christy were sending her a couple $100 a month. Uh, Ken was sending her a couple $100 a month. At one point, Ryan was sending her money, plus all the money that she was just getting from random people. And they said that she said anything that goes over $500 gets put into like a savings account for you. And so when you get out, you get that savings account of anything you got that was over the $500 a month. So she was like, when she walked out of prison, she probably walked out with a pretty hefty amount of money.
Interesting. I wonder what that was.
Yeah, because she was like, you were only allowed to, like capped you at how much
Mhm.
you could spend in commissary. Space Center, Kennedy Space Center.
Yeah, look at all the pill bottles underneath
Yeah.
too. They just have no organization when it comes
Mhm.
to their prescription
And
medication.
remember that closet full of
Oh my
pudding?
God, I give
What
up.
the hell is that?
Nope, nope. Mm-mm. Lord, no.
What in the tarnation?
Nope, nope. All bad.
Mayday! Mayday! We're going down!
Yep. Yep. That's when you jump ship.
Yes,
Real quick.
seriously. Good God. What does that say? I can't read sideways.
Wizard craft.
Yeah. Something through.
Good night, Snark.
Good night, Snark. We'll see you soon. Eating well through cancer. That's what this is. Something for dummies. I can't. Diabetes for dummies.
So one of them had diabetes.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Probably Dee Dee.
Yeah.
Wipes. Wipes. Last ones were in the evening time.
Star.
Oh God.
You're saying what I was
Hey,
thinking.
Star. Ugh.
Okay, I think that's because they dusted it for prints. I don't think that was really. I choose. Oh my God.
Man, they had a full-on sanitizer.
Yep.
Whatchamacallit installed in their
Dispenser. Yeah.
bathroom. Oh, damn it. The rain is just dumping outside.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, like bad. Wipes on wipes on wipes.
There's a lot.
I just
of
don't even
on
see how she would be able to get a wheelchair
Yeah.
into the sink to use it.
No. You wouldn't be able to get a wheelchair in anywhere in that place to use it.
Yeah, like that place, I don't know. Is that it? Wait, hold on. Yep, that was it. That was it. Well, okay. That was all of the evidence markers. I can add timestamps to this stream so that way we'll know, or anybody watching replay will know where the evidence markers are and kind of break it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So that way
At
you're
least
not
those
having to
pictures
guess.
weren't as graphic as some of the other ones.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that. I mean, I guess those were just evidence markers, but you would think that they would have
Yeah.
got evidence markers, and
I'll take a look at the other ones again and see if there's any I can pull
they're
out
pretty.
from
Yeah,
the
most of
DD
them are pretty
ones,
bad.
but a lot of them are pretty bad.
Yeah.
So this storm is getting pretty bad. I should probably
Okay.
get off here for at least tonight, and
Yeah.
I will touch base with you, Genevra, and
Okay.
see when we can go through more Gypsy stuff. From my understanding, the medical examiner testified early on into next trial. I can see when that is. I think it's
Okay.
day 1. But I'd be kind of interested to hear that.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be interesting to hear.
Yeah.
Like his
So,
take on what he believes
right.
happened.
Yeah. So, I'm sure you will see us very soon. And I appreciate those of you watching. and hanging in here with us. And if you're catching the replay, I appreciate that as well. And I hope that you guys have a great rest of your night or rest of your day.
Yep. Rest of your
And
weekend.
yes, and have a good week as well.
Yes.
So we will catch you guys very soon.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.